Hi guys, it's Tiffany. I know it's been a very long time since I've made my last video, but judging by the title of this video, hopefully you guys can understand kind of where my head has been. I've been, going through a lot medical wise, and then with the stress of work and school and home, YouTube just kind of took a backseat to everything. That's one reason. The other reason is it's not like I haven't been making videos for you guys, because I have. I just haven't been uploading them, mostly because I'm just dealing with my own insecurities. To get to what this video is about, it's me telling you guys that I was just recently diagnosed with PCOS, Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome. That's what PCOS stands for. It's crazy because I knew of PCOS. I didn't know what it was, but I knew of it. And because I have kids, I was just like, oh, that's, something I can't be affected by. Wrong mindset. PCOS is something that anybody can get at any stage of their life, which obviously I'm learning now. I thought it was just like, an infertility type of thing. Women who have kids, you plan your parents and you plan to have kids. So I've been in forums before and I've seen, posts from other women about PCOS, and I thought it was like an infertility type of thing. But PCOS comes with a lot of different things: weight gain, inability to lose weight, hormone imbalance. Because of the weight gain that PCOS is like notorious for, it also makes women more vulnerable to getting things like diabetes. So yeah, I have been telling my doctor for the past, I've been here for a year and a half. I would say for the past year, I've been telling my doctor, something just doesn't feel right. Well, I made a video about my birth control and how it affected me, how it felt when I got it removed, and all those other things like that. And ever since then, my body just never felt the same. And I was trying to tell him, something's not right. I know my body, something's not right. I feel different. I'm gaining this weight and I don't know why I can't lose it. It was just a number of things that, concern me. I'm also dealing with like lower back pain and stuff like that. And for him, that was a priority. I'm in the military, so me gaining weight is a problem. And I knew eventually it was going to get to the point where it's like, oh my God, like everybody's going to be freaking out. And it's like, oh my God, we got to figure out what's going on with your weight. I knew it was going to get to that point because every time I tested, I would always be like a half an inch bigger than I was 6 months ago. And there's no way, with the way that I work out and the food that I eat, because I don't eat bad, trust. I don't eat fried foods. I don't really eat out that often. Like, the only times we really go out to eat is for like a birthday or anniversary. Even this anniversary, our past anniversary, we didn't even go out to eat. I cooked. It's just mind-boggling to me how I could gain so much weight in such a short period of time. So yeah, he started asking me like, it kind of sounds like you have PCOS, but I don't want to like jump to conclusions. He's like asking me how my periods are and things like that. And I told him that I get a period every month. However, sometimes it's like really light. Sometimes they're so heavy that I can't even get out of bed. So he was just like, yeah, that kind of sounds weird. So he had me take all this blood work. Then we did an ultrasound. My ultrasound came back first. And he said, your ultrasound shows what a woman with PCOS ovaries would look like. He called it the ring of pearls. So basically, I make eggs every month, but they never leave my ovaries. They just keep collecting in my ovaries. And then my blood work came back, and he was like, your blood work confirms that you have PCOS. So from there, he referred me to a specialist. The specialist is awesome. That office is so packed. He is the #1 doctor in my area. I haven't actually seen a doctor. I mean, I've met him, but he's never, he hasn't seen me as his patient. I've been seeing his nurse. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, she is awesome. Like, she's so good at her job. She's a very approachable type of woman. When I first went there, we talked. She kind of She took a lot of blood, and she was just like, you know, based on, you know, my record and my weight gain and stuff, she was like, there has to be something in conjunction with the PCOS in order for you to be gaining so much weight in such a short period of time and not being able to lose any weight. She was like, your thyroid's good, but I found that you have preterm diabetes. And she was like, that is the reason why you're gaining all this weight. Like, that is what is in conjunction with the PCOS that's causing my issues. So then she took a whole, like, it was 16 vials of blood. Then I also had to do the 3-hour glucose test. I came in 2 weeks later, and then she told me, you don't have diabetes. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. So with that, we're just trying to avoid the diabetes. She put me on Metformin, which does multiple things. Like, it helps with weight loss. PCOS, you have like an increase of testosterone, so it's supposed to lower those levels to level out my blood sugar to make sure that the insulin is being distributed appropriately in my body. So initially she put me on 500 milligrams twice a day. Oh my God. I have never, I mean, aside from like pain medicine after like surgery and that stuff, I don't count that stuff because it's like a one-time thing. When I first took it, the first night, I was expecting like to feel different, but I didn't. Luckily for me, I had started leave the next day. So I took it that night with dinner. The next day I had started leave for 6 days. I had diarrhea out this world. Like, it was ridiculous. It was bad. I can't even explain. It was bad. 3 weeks after that, I went back to the doctor. You know, at this point, my body's adjusted to the medicine, to the metformin. You know, she was asking me, you know, how you doing on it, blah, blah, whatever. And I was like, you know, at first it was a hard adjustment, but I kind of got over it in like a week. When I went to that appointment, her goal was to double my dose, 2,000 milligrams, so 1,000 twice a day. She also put me on Metformin, which is a weight loss medication that is supposed to work with the metformin to you know, give you the best results with weight loss. Obviously, incorporating a good diet and exercise and stuff like that. I also got to see a nutritionist that day who, you know, gave me like a goal of like, she basically put me on like a low carb diet, which based on the carbs that she gave me that I could eat a day comes out to about 1,200 calories a day. That day after I seen the specialist, the nurse, and the nutritionist, that she put me on convalescent leave, because initially I told you I went on regular leave because I was already going to be on leave. So when I told her how I responded to the meds, she was like, let me put you on convalescent leave, you know, because you're probably going to have a reaction to, or have an adjustment to the metformin along with the weight loss med. It's also called Adipex. That's what she keeps calling it, but it's also called Adipex. Yeah, so I took my first dose of the 1,000 metformin that night, and I didn't expect for it to be a drastic change, but it was. I took my metformin at dinner, the 1,000 pill, and then I took one of the Adipex. Do not take Adipex at night. I took it with dinner at 8 o'clock. I did not go to sleep until 5 o'clock that morning. And then, not to mention, when I got up, I was on a toilet, like straight diarrhea. It was horrible. Me moving from the 500 to 1,000 was worse than me getting on the 500 milligrams of the metformin. It was horrible. I don't know if it was the metformin mixed with the Adipex or if it's just such a high dosage. Like, I felt weird and sick. It was to the point where I was just like, I can't do this anymore. Like, on Saturday, I was like, I cannot do this anymore. I'm calling my doctor first thing on Monday. because I can't do it. Sunday was just as bad. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday were the worst 3 days of me ever taking any kind of medication. It was horrible. On Saturday, I actually got the sofa burps. So like, oh my God, it was so disgusting. Every time I burped, it tastes like rotten eggs. And then like, I knew, like, subconsciously, I was like, this probably stinks, but I didn't really know. And then my husband was like, did you fart? I did just fart because I had a lot of gas with diarrhea and stuff like that. And this is TMI, I'm so sorry, but I'm just trying to tell my story for any female who has PCOS and is looking to get some type of medical attention or medical help to kind of reset or reverse the effects of PCOS. So I'm being completely honest and open with you guys. But I burped and he asked me if I farted, and I was like, I was like, I think that was my burp you smell. I was like, I did fart. He was like, no. He was like, if your burp smell like that, you need to go to the doctor. And so I kind of just was like, like, I just let him think that it was a fart because I didn't know what to say after he said that. And then I had burped like later on in the night, and my son came in the room, and he said, my son is 6 years old. He said, what is that farty smell? I was like, I don't know what you mean, baby. And he was like, was it daddy? I bet you daddy farted. I was like, probably, but I don't know. But yeah, so after that, I was just like, yeah, hell no. If my son is saying that my burp smell like fart, I'm going to the doctor. Lo and behold, I wake up Monday morning and I'm good. No burping. I still have diarrhea, but it's not as bad. I think my body's adjusting. I do kind of have a headache, which I know is also a side effect of the metformin. But I think I'm starting to adjust. Tomorrow, which is Tuesday, will be my last day of convalescent leave. I will be going back to work on Wednesday. But yeah, that's my journey as of right now. How this roller coaster has been with the whole PCOS and medication and stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions or concerns or whatnot, let me know. Hit me up. I'll definitely will be updating you guys more often. Now that I know what's going on with me, I'm not as ashamed to sit in front of the camera and talk to you guys. I can't even, when I say I felt ashamed, I hated recording a video and then looking at myself and just like, yo, what's up with you, you know? So, but now that I know, I can tell y'all, and then, you know, kind of, I don't know. It's just me being open, I guess. I weighed myself at my doctor's office. The last time I weighed myself, I was in full uniform, including my boots, and I was 213. I would say I'm about 207 pounds if I were to take off the 6 pounds. So that's where I am now. I have another appointment with my specialist on the 27th, and I will come back and update you guys. Yeah, that's it for me today. If you guys want to hit me up, hit me up. Bye.